We are not pursuing regime change. We're not trying to put any troops on the ground into Iran.
Can this country learn? We keep voting for people for president who say we're not going to get into war, and then they keep getting pushed by the Washington Beltway to get us into this mess.
Mixed reaction tonight, even from President Trump's own party, after the U.S. dropped bombs on 3 Iranian nuclear sites. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson says the president acted within his presidential authority when he ordered the attack. But Democrats argue the president should have sought congressional authorization before the strikes. Even some Republicans, like Congressman Thomas Massie of Kentucky, called the strikes not constitutional. Tonight, the U.S. is preparing for the possibility of retaliatory attacks. The Department of Homeland Security is warning of a heightened threat here at home. ABC's Perry Russum is in Washington with the latest on Operation Midnight Hammer.
The Department of Homeland Security warning of a heightened threat environment in the United States after the attack against Iran. In a bulletin issued today, DHS warning low-level cyber attacks against U.S. networks are likely.
Our forces remain on high alert and are fully postured to respond to any Iranian retaliation or proxy attacks, which would be an incredibly poor choice.
The Pentagon this morning detailing last night's attack called Operation Midnight Hammer, 125 aircraft involved.
This is a plan that took months and weeks of positioning and preparation.
The Pentagon says the attack started with more than 24 Tomahawk missiles launched from a U.S. submarine in the Middle East. B-2 stealth bombers taking off from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, then dropping 14 bunker buster bombs weighing 30,000 pounds each. The attack focusing on 3 targets, all Iranian nuclear sites.
Initial battle damage assessments indicate that all 3 sites sustained extremely severe damage and destruction.
New satellite imagery shows the aftermath of the attack, apparent holes in the ground where the bunker buster bombs entered before exploding. The Pentagon says the attack also included misdirection, with B-2 bombers not involved in the attack flying west toward Guam, their movement trackable, while the bombers involved in the attack were flown east toward Iran, their movement not trackable. Vice President J.D. Vance says the U.S. is not at war with Iran, but Iran's nuclear program.
Iran cannot have a nuclear weapons program. The president's been very clear about this.
2 officials tell ABC News President Trump and the president of Turkey quietly tried to arrange a meeting between U.S. and Iranian senior officials last week, but Iran's supreme leader went into hiding and could not be reached to approve the meeting. With President Trump making this decision on foreign policy, it appears he is trying to use this momentum toward his funding bill, with Trump writing online, "Great unity in the Republican Party. Now let's get this great, big, beautiful bill done." Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
Texas lawmakers are, of course, reacting. This morning, live on WFAA Daybreak, senior political reporter Jason Whiteley spoke with Republican Congressman Keith Self of Collin County.
Do you expect Iran to retaliate, whether it's conventionally or whether it might be, isolated cells here or there?
Well, we already see it. They've started to attack Israel again through the air. And I don't know, because that is a decision Iran will have to make. They will have to show some sort of retaliation. Whether they go big is still a question, because President Trump has warned them, if you go big, we'll come back.
Jason also asked the representative about whether there should be a heightened police presence across cities in the U.S. and in North Texas. You can find this full interview right now on our website, WFAA.com.